Love isn't a feeling, it's a responsibility. And at 40, I finally understand that. Let's talk about it. I'm Brittany. Hey, your manifesting mentor. I'm not a coach, I'm not a guru, but I'm a woman who walks the walk and who shares what works. So I was born on the day of love. Yep, Valentine's Day is my birthday. And as I step into 40, I feel that differently. Because love isn't just romance, it isn't just butterflies, and it isn't just chemistry or connection. Love is a responsibility. It requires regulation, it requires awareness, it requires you to pause before you react. Because every choice you make, every word, every outburst, every impulsive decision doesn't just affect you, it ripples. I mean, at this point in my life, I've seen what unregulated love looks like. I've seen how people sabotage the very thing they prayed for because they weren't healed enough to hold it. I've seen how impulsive decisions made in selfish moments affect the very people who are invested, the people who are building alongside you, the people who love you deeply. And then maturity says, it's my life. But maturity says, it's my life, but my life touches other lives. Now that shift alone changes everything. I've also seen something else. I've seen people catch themselves. I've seen the moment when someone is about to react the old way, the familiar way, the conditioned way. And instead, they pause, they breathe, they pivot. And that pivot, that's love too. When you choose differently in the moment because you care about the greater good of everyone involved, that's love. When you regulate instead of explode, that's love. When you refuse to weaponize your wounds against someone who trusts you, that's love. When you heal so you don't keep passing down the same old patterns, that's love. Neville Goddard said, everyone is you pushed out, which means how you show up internally affects what shows up relationally. And Abraham says alignment before action, which means regulate first, then decide. Reverend Ike says you are the thinker that thinks the thought that creates the thing. That includes the thing called your relationships. Love isn't about control, it's about stewardship. If you really cared about someone, you don't weaponize your unhealed triggers against them. You don't let a dysregulated moment define the dynamic. You slow down, you breathe, you choose. Because love deserves that level of maturity. And so do you. I don't know who needs to hear this, but this is your reminder, and you got this.